3, 2, 1, clap.
All right. Welcome to your weekly Friendganistan. We're here, week 27 of quarantine. We're slowly losing our minds. About to go in our second lockdown. Dallas and I, we're here chilling on the East Coast where our numbers are slightly going up. But Will is over there being a super spreader.
I've gone to so many parties.
Typical Colorado type. And with that, I'm sending it off to Dallas because I haven't peed in like 3 hours. And I don't want to delay the pod any longer. So BRB.
Good intro, man.
Actually,
I got you, man. Look, that's what I'm here for.
Great, good,
that's what
good
I'm here
intro,
for.
dude.
Just get it right off the cuff. I do want to say one thing that this morning I laid in bed for about 2 hours before getting out, and I want to recognize a trooper to the core, Dallas. You woke up, texted us that you woke up, and then you immediately got out of bed.
Can you go to the bathroom?
Hold on, I'm trying to
come back,
you,
dude.
I'm trying to suck your
go to
dick
the
right
bathroom,
now.
bro.
Right,
I want to have you back, dude. Yeah, just go pee, dude. He couldn't have peed in the 45 minutes that we were just hanging
I actually
out
have a confession, and it's that
this.
every time we stop recording the pod, I do immediately have to pee, and I like because.
Do you guys not pee before?
Dude, I do pee before,
start?
but then you see me on the recording, and I'm drinking a cup of coffee, and I also have my full water bottle next to me,
Dude,
and I just chug both. I mean, yeah, you're the same way, but we're just I'm too hydrated for my own good, is what I'm getting at.
I understand. No, I understand.
We had
like Seb was saying though, we are recording a little early. Well, you peed fast, goddamn. Yeah. Like Seb was saying. If I sound a little groggy, it's just because we're recording a little early today, a little earlier than usual. So I just got up, but I have my home brewed iced coffee, so
How do you brew that? How do you brew that, Dallas?
So it's a home brewing process for the iced coffee. So I buy a lot of people buy beans and then grind them themselves. That actually makes the coffee less fresh. If you look into this science behind it.
That's right.
Just buying grounds that are $3 a bag. That actually is leads to better coffee. So you buy the grounds when you put them in a coffee maker that you get for $20 at Target. Mm-hmm. And then once the coffee's made, you put it into a pitcher, and then you make the pitcher cold. So the process is mainly just making coffee, and then the home brewing iced coffee half is just putting it in the refrigerator. So
I like to
it's manageable.
I like to I wake up early and I make coffee. I do the same thing as you, as I buy the coffee pre-ground, and then I put it in my shitty little coffee maker. And I brew a full pot, right? And then I usually don't drink any. I only drink I barely drink coffee in the morning, but my girlfriend will drink like a cup before she goes into work. And then what I do is I'll take the leftover coffee that's been sitting there for like 3 hours when I decide to go into the kitchen and deal with it, and I pour it into an ice cube tray, and I put it in the freezer.
Do you actually do that?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty good.
I do that, and then then if I want if I actually want iced coffee, or if I want to make a smoothie or something, I'll just grab a coffee cube and throw it in there, and then it's it melts, or it gets made into the smoothie or whatever, but it's not water, it's coffee.
Wise.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an advanced technique.
I'm on the train of making a whole pot of coffee, pouring myself a cup, and then working my way through that first cup, and then I'll forget about the rest of the pot.
There we go.
Until maybe an hour or 2 hours in, and so I'll come back, pour it into my original mug, because it's already been an hour, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling sleepy again. I'll want a second mug, and I'm just drinking room temperature coffee, and I want to say that that's a level that you two aren't playing at.
Let me one up you on that. For 100% fucking sure, I can one up you on that. I will make coffee, okay, in the morning. I'll put the sugar in the milk and whatever, and then I'll put it on my...
Putting sugar and milk in your coffee.
Some.
Female.
I put one sweet and low packet if I'm feeling spicy. And then I'll put it on my nightstand and I'll like go do whatever, or I'll be in bed like doing homework or fucking around. Then I'll go to work, come back, go to bed, all this stuff. The coffee will still be on the nightstand and it will be ice cold, and I'll come home and I'll be like, oh, delicious. And I'll just take a sip and it's like literally ice cold, 8-hour-old open air coffee, and I will drink the rest of it.
Dude, that coffee probably has like a skin.
It's
like a skin made on top of it from all like the dust and the milk just like separating on top.
It's why I haven't gotten COVID yet, so
right. It's like that thing that's like been going on Twitter. It's like if you if you had to go to public school, you don't have to worry about fucking COVID-19. Yeah, it's like that type of meme. Or it's like if you had to use a porta potty, blah blah blah. If you let your coffee sit on your night table for 8 hours and you drink the dust that has landed on top of your milk, you don't have to worry about the COVID-19.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah, I really don't like that one bit. That's why I don't put like milk or anything in my coffee anymore, just because it separates and it gets like fucked up.
That's because you drink regular milk.
I don't.
You don't? Are you on that almond milk wave?
I have been for like literally years, dude.
Nice.
You just assumed bad of me.
My mom texted me.
You just assumed ill of your friend.
Like something really fucked my mom texted me. She was like, or no, I went over to her house the other day and she was like, hey, can you go to the store for me and buy me some oat milk? And I was like, why? You have almond milk in your fridge right now. And she's like, I'm allergic to almond milk. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I'm allergic to almond milk. And I was like, that's not true, because you've been buying almond milk since I was 13. Like, so she was like, no, I'm allergic to it now. And I was like, well, what do you mean? She's like, I have a rash and I drank I drank almond milk, so it means that I'm allergic to it. And I was like, so that's what you're going off of. And she was like, yeah, but I need you to buy me oat milk now. And I was like, one, I'm not buying you milk. 2, you're not allergic.
Mom.
Grow up.
Yeah, Mom. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm not buying you.
Fuck your medical problems, bitch, dude.
Hey. There's a reason I didn't.
Is your mom hot? Be honest.
I haven't seen a picture. Yeah, can you send a picture to us?
I'm gonna say court's out on that one.
Show us.
I'm not gonna send you a picture of my mom. You're gonna have to do a dive on the internet for that one if you want that.
I'm not, dude. Come on.
Does your mom have a Facebook?
My mom does not have a Facebook.
Is her last name
He's saying
Peters?
that because no.
If your mom were to have a Facebook, is her last name Peters?
No.
Just send a picture, dude.
I will send a picture.
Are your parents divorced, Will?
My parents are divorced, yes. And the reason that I'm not buying her oat milk is because she made me drive 4 hours to pick up my little brother from his dad's house.
Don't you do that like weekly?
No, I do that. I'm outing myself as a mama's boy right now. I do it about once a month.
So cute, dude. Hey, your brother's cool. He thinks good TikTok, so I'll see him every now and again.
I tried to, when I was driving him home, I coughed, and then he wore his mask home for the rest of the car ride.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, dude, I'm literally your brother, and
boy,
like,
dude.
I'm not gonna. He was like, I'm not taking any chances, bro. Also, when I picked him up, this is awesome. So for context, my little brother is 13. When I picked him up and he got out of his dad's car, he had Nike shoes on, Nike socks, Nike shorts, a Nike windbreaker, and a backwards Nike baseball hat.
That's the drip.
I was like, holy
drip,
fucking
dude.
Shit, dude. He looks like Jacob Sartorius.
He's gonna grow up to be like way cooler than any of us.
I know. Yeah.
Your younger brother's Jacob Sartorius?
My younger brother looks like Jacob Sartorius.
He does. I can vouch for that.
That's because Dallas follows him on TikTok.
Yeah. Well, he follows me. It's not a one-sided thing.
It's a mutual
We're
relationship.
mutuals. Yeah, no, yeah. It's a symbiotic, mutually symbiotic relationship. Both of us follow each other.
Did you see?
And yeah, he's a good guy.
Do you see that Jacob Sartorius is going through a stoner phase right now?
Nice.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible,
Are you
dude. I
keeping
love it.
updated?
I want to hang out with him. If we could get like one goal from this podcast, I think I would want it to get to the size where like it's accessible that I could message Jacob Sartorius and be like,
Come on the
dude,
pod.
I hear you smoke weed. Like, let's fucking
I think you could do that anyway.
come do bong rips at my house. Well, he's like 15.
No. Is he? He's.
Isn't he?
I think he's been 12 years old in my mind since 2016.
Let me Google
So
him
it doesn't
real
make any
quick.
sense because it's like he doesn't age.
Jacob Sartorius.
He looks like a baby. He's always
Oh,
dressed
fuck.
the same.
He just turned 18 in October. We can smoke weed with him.
What state does he live in? It still depends.
Probably California, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Like LA or something like that.
What if
Let
Jacob?
me
Do
check.
you think Jacob Sartorius is like a corporate plant?
Oh, for sure.
His name is Rolf, apparently. His name's Rolf Jacob
That
Sartorius.
rocks.
Makes sense. Ralph?
Let's see where he lives.
Rolf.
Rolf. R-O-L-F. Yeah, like the guy from Ed, Edd n Eddy. The guy that, like, was a caricature, but not really clear what,
Ed
what
boy.
race.
Ed boy.
Life has many colors.
Was he?
Where the fuck does this guy live?
There's like a 20-minute compilation on YouTube that I watched the entirety of at like 3 a.m. like 3 months ago, and it was Rolf just saying Ed boy over the span of like the 4 seasons they
Entire
have of Ed,
series?
Edd n Eddy.
That's so
Just the
sick.
entire series. I feel like if there's one character from like a childhood that has impacted me the most, it is probably the son of a Middle Eastern character from a show called Ed, Edd n Eddy.
That show is so fucking sick, dude. Like, their entire thesis, the only reason they had for living, it was like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna scam the fucking idiots on this cul-de-sac for a quarter, 25 cents, so we can get jawbreakers. That's all they did every episode was just try to figure out, okay, how can we fucking scam these idiots?
This is what we call simple pleasures, dude. They had their shit figured
Yeah,
out.
dude, entrepreneurship for a noble cause. They didn't want much, right?
It's even funnier to think that like they were all canonically like 11 years old. Like, because like
I guess
that-
that is true. Yeah.
that's basically like how like there's no other reason why they wouldn't like go to their
Have
parents
a quarter.
or have a
Yeah.
quarter or like anything
Yeah,
else.
have the money for a jawbreaker, like a job or whatever. Like, dude, if they work like one shift at an entry level job, they have jawbreakers for fucking months. Like, they don't need to do any scams anymore.
They're at least like one ahead of us. We haven't even thought about scamming anyone. We've been doing this for free.
I actually did have an
feel like
idea
we
for
have.
a scam.
And I feel like all of us didn't have talked about different
Yeah,
ideas to scam
definitely.
people.
It's just the effort.
Yeah, it does take a lot of effort. That's where Ed, Edd n Eddy are separated
Mm-hmm.
from us. Is that like we all have the ideas, they act on the ideas,
Right.
and also they're a cartoon.
We have posting syndrome where we're all talk
Right.
and like anything that comes to us where we have to act on it, we just won't. They have that $1 million mindset. What's that
Exactly.
like
The
an
money
Instagram?
mindset.
Yeah, money mindset.
Dude, they're quantum
$1
finance
million
pills.
money mindset.
I fucking love quantum finance,
Seb, do you
dude.
follow-
They're like, yeah, wake up at 4 a.m., run 10 miles, piss my pants.
Is that a real account?
Yes,
or
dude, you gotta
Yeah,
follow.
yeah, you wouldn't know shit about
quantum
this.
finance on Facebook, dude. It's so funny. He'll post shit like, "Just crashed my 3rd Lamborghini because I pissed my pants. Not to worry, I own 10 more."
Oh, so
This
it's
is my
like
new
not a real
employee.
person.
He looks, yeah.
I
He's
thought
such
you
a
were
fucking
like
good
referring to
accountant.
like those legitimate like Instagram accounts where they're like,
Billionaire mindset.
It's like a parody
Like
of that.
you're
It's
supposed if you're going
amazing.
to be a future billionaire.
oh yeah, then that rules. No, I stumbled upon one of those like weightlifting TikToks, like TikTokers.
Yeah.
And 1 out of every 4 posts that you would scroll through their account is like inspirational music, black and white video, and it's like the words on the screen just like big and bold where it's like 6 month challenge, sleep 8 hours a day, work out twice a week, run
Yeah, I love
5 miles every day, don't jerk
jerk your
off.
own
Just
cum.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's all that,
Nice.
and it's like
Yeah, yeah.
it's like incredibly genuine. Semen retention.
Dude, this is quickly
Bring that
becoming a pro semen retention podcast, and I, for one, am
think it
completely
is.
here for it.
Well,
I think we should just make that move.
just it's like it's you're gonna have to start. You're gonna have to lead that adventure,
No
but
charge.
because I can't be like the fucking Austin, Texas mayor being like stay indoors for COVID, and then I just like sent that video from Cancun. It's like how bad would
literally-
it
I love that.
that
dude.
shit is
literally
so
a
funny.
Simpsons
It's
bit.
like how
20
bad
years
would
ago.
it be? Would it I'll be like, yeah, we have to keep our semen inside of us because it makes us stronger as men, and then it's just like
True.
hard cuts to me just like creaming into
They don't have to
just,
know.
like 4 times a day. Well, like that's the
They
thing.
don't
It's
have to
like the
know.
Austin, Texas mayor was like
They were keeping up appearances here, man.
It's all for show. You can, yeah.
It's all for show. We're playing characters right now.
I do want to talk about that. The fucking Simpsons is happening in real life with that Austin, Texas mayor.
It was
Wait,
the
so
same
what
thing,
happened here?
dude. Like literally the same thing.
Oh, so
in there's
go
a
ahead,
Simpsons
Alex.
episode. because I've been watching the Simpsons.
You have been watching The
past
Simpsons.
week,
How have you been watching The Simpsons,
So there's-
Dallas?
Go ahead.
Sebastian's.
You can
Yeah,
name drop
sure.
my dad,
What's your dad's first name?
Carlos.
Yeah, so Carlos, shouts out, dude. I'm using his Disney Plus
Okay,
account.
I just want to
And,
save that.
I've been
That
enjoying
you've been
it.
using Disney Plus, but we'll come back to it later.
No, fuck, I'm gonna
Keep
get
telling the
sued. We're gonna
story.
get a
Keep
cease and
telling the
desist.
story.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm watching The Simpsons. So there's one episode where I actually don't remember all the details. It's some kind of like flu that's going around or something like that in Springfield, and Mayor Quimby puts out like a video where he's like, "Hey guys, things are bad." Yeah, whatever, just the usual shit. And then it pans out, and you can see that he's standing. He's wearing board shorts. He's standing in front of like a cardboard cutout of what looks like his office, and he's actually just like in Hawaii,
Awesome.
Jamaica. Yeah. He's in Jamaica. So yeah, that's
Who's that
just
background
happened
character? Who just
in real
who just
life. You know,
fucking,
yeah, I have to worry about that. I'm calling it. Sometimes I got to call an audible.
It's the fourth mic, dude. Okay, but so wait, so that happened in real life? Is that the Austin, Texas mayor was like remote from somewhere else?
Cancun.
Dude, that rocks.
Yeah. So he was like remote and was like, yeah, the COVID numbers are getting real bad. Please stay indoors. Don't travel. And then like 2 days later, people were like, hold on.
Dude, that happened
Where
to
are you
the
right
mayor
now?
of Denver too. He was like, "Don't fly and visit your family for Thanksgiving." Like he put out a statement that was like, "Please stay home. Don't go anywhere for Thanksgiving." And then like 2 days later, they caught him at the fucking Denver airport, like on his way to visit his family for Thanksgiving. And they're like, "You fucking clown, dude."
These people are so fucking dumb.
awesome.
Like, if you're gonna like say one thing and like you're leading a town or a city, like fucking Austin, Denver, fucking Cuomo has done this, where it's just like you're just like, yeah, like don't fucking leave, just stay inside, like please don't do this, like you're spreading the disease yourself. And then they go out and they're like hanging out with their millionaire buddies,
Right, dude.
and like at Martha's Vineyard and just like doing shit like that.
What I want to know is
My governor,
how would Jeffrey
Go ahead, Will.
Epstein reacted to COVID?
oh man,
Like, would
he would have kept his island open.
I was gonna say, would Little
and he
St.
would've-
James be like a COVID paradise, like a safe haven?
maybe? Well, the thing with with Little St. James, it's
Well, I've been there.
well with fucking Epstein's island, it's away from civilization. So really, the only people that would be traveling in and out are rich people, and those rich
Cool
people
guys.
definitely knows cool guys would have definitely known if they have COVID or not. It's actually didn't Kim Kardashian, yeah, she had like a 50th birthday party for someone and invited like all these rich people.
Oh, yeah.
And was like the island, but then like the day after reports came back that like 3 people were sick with COVID. And it was just like someone fucked up
Dude,
everything.
It rocks. And then Rudy Giuliani has COVID too. That's like
Oh my
The
god!
undisputed
Thank
king of
God.
2020, Rudy Giuliani, man.
He really
He had a
came
really
out
good
came
couple
out
of
of
months.
nowhere.
What a
Yeah.
good last 6 weeks to have
Like,
before you
man,
die.
dude, the
Honestly,
Borat 2, the
Bleeding
Bleeding
Oil,
Oil.
the Four Seasons
and now
shit.
he has COVID. Oh, and he farted during a hearing.
Yeah. Oh, what a great guy, dude.
Awesome.
It's so funny that he's gonna die soon. It's just really cool.
I was listening to this podcast earlier this week, and they were talking about Rudy, and they're like all New Yorkers, so they were like,
Red Scare you were listening to.
I was listening to Red Scare, and then I immediately
Yeah,
bought
listening to
a
Reds,
T-shirt where they had Red Scare in ISIS font.
Yeah,
Yup.
that's true.
With the the
Yup,
trucker girls on two sides.
Yeah, that one. I'm getting beat up at New York City bodega because I have a tote bag with ISIS font on it. But it's okay.
Well, you're
'cause
stealing
it says
someone
Red
else's
Scare.
joke right now. Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I am stealing
That's a
joke.
tweet that I sent to you that you're quoting verbatim now.
But it's a good
without
fucking
credit.
tweet.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so I was listening to a podcast, and they're like in their mid-30s, and they all like are New Yorkers, and they're like, yeah, like we remember when Rudy was like the mayor of like during 9/11, like he was America's mayor, and
Yeah, he was mayor during 9/11, wasn't
yeah,
he?
the timeline adds up, and so he was supposed to be the Republican candidate for president in 2008. Fun fact. But what fucked him over was every time he would like talk to like voters or like more people within the Republican Party, more people started realizing how disgusting Rudy Giuliani really is. Like he just looks disgusting, and it's just
He's
like an
gross.
awful. He's just gross. So after like a
Slimy,
couple
yeah.
weeks of like the RNC testing the waters with Rudy, they went, yeah, we're gonna go with the other options over here in 2008.
John McCain.
John
I found this guy who
McCain,
can't
rest in
raise
peace.
his arms because he's stupid or something. I'm gonna go with him.
Dude,
Yeah, oh fuck, what did Trump say about prisoners of war?
oh, that they were suckers.
They're stupid and they're losers. Oh, that's so good.
No. That was recent. He was talking about wait, what was he talking about? Prisoners
Dude,
of
I
war.
swear,
That
I think
if you got captured.
He's like, prisoners of war are losers and suckers because they let themselves get captured.
that shit's
That's
so
what it was.
funny. I was thinking of
And that's
something he
so
said
good,
like,
dude.
So hard, dude.
yeah, Trump is the coolest president.
We've talked
No, I
about
was
this a
thinking
million
of,
times,
He's funny, dude.
but it sucks that Trump is like evil and horribly racist and like a failure in almost every sense because all the stuff he says is so funny. Like going out, like dude, you couldn't write a bit in a movie where like they're like, oh, the American president got caught on camera saying that prisoners of war were suckers. Like, and
so
not
good,
like, dude.
Comedy writers wouldn't think of that if they're writing a fucking cartoon. It's just so perfect.
Or like he
It's-
buys a college football team that gets to visit the White House because they won the national championships, a McDonald's buffet. Like it's
feeds
awesome.
so
Oh my God.
funny, dude.
Feeds him fucking like room temperature Big Macs, and yet they have him like arranged in a pyramid and shit.
He's like, enjoy it,
So
boys.
You go to the White House. You think you're gonna get this fucking like 5-star catered meal because you're a football team and you're going to the White House. When you get there, it is just lukewarm fish fillets. Oh god, I fucking hate that he's so funny, dude. That really pisses me off.
I can't wait in like 10 years when like Adolf Hitler Jr. is the Republican president or whatever. And they're like, remember when
Yeah,
Trump
exactly, yeah.
had a little decency?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of is when we get a president who's just as evil, probably immediately after Joe Biden, because he's like, they're actually a pretty great guy. So we're gonna get a president that's like just as evil, but not funny. So there's like
There's not going to be any
no
humor
fun
there.
for anyone.
Yeah.
I just sent you all a screenshot of CNN did pictures throughout 2020, and this was one of my favorite pics. It's a pic of, I don't know how to describe it. It's a pic of Trump. It's the funniest pic. It's the day is February 6th, and it's a pic of Trump holding up USA Today magazine, where the front page is a pic of him with the big word acquitted, and he just has the biggest, most like
Shit-eating grin on his
He
face.
is
Dude.
shit-eating
He's straight
grin
up
on
wearing
his
the same
face.
outfit. Do you see that? Like the same suit, same red tie. It's like a caricature.
It's
so funny, dude.
Yeah, it's just like no other president will be able to like confidently hold up a newspaper. Fucking Nixon was such a piece of shit that he was so scared he just quit. He left.
Right.
Like our big beautiful boy Trump was so strong and powerful that he stayed in through the entire rest of his presidency.
That's why you voted for him last month. So that's why yeah. You
It's
actually,
why-
the thing of it was, you said you were going to throw out like Trump ballots, which was proven to be false by Snopes. What you did do was throw out Biden ballots.
No one's proven that yet.
It's true.
Yeah, it's a perfect crime, dude. The
Rudy's-
perfect fucking crime.
Rudy still hasn't contacted me to testify in front of a judge.
Yeah, you haven't been activated yet.
I'm his secret weapon
You're a surprise witness.
down in the back.
You're the Manchurian candidate for Rudy Giuliani. It's funny that he's going to die soon. Oh, I wanted to note. Hold on. Let me make a note of something. So the podcast, last week we had an episode with Gators Daily, which is a big boon. I think it's funny also that the one episode where we have a guest is the episode that my mic just
I
doesn't
thought
work.
it sounded
Also,
fine.
my mic
properly.
sounds super fucked.
Yeah, I don't know.
sounded
Well, that's
super
just
loud.
because I mixed it wrong. But on the topic of that, I didn't really test my mic before this, so it might just still sound bad. In which case, sorry. But we, after the big boon of last week's episode, we are doing well enough that we have hired an editor, audio engineer. They're going to do a really good job, I think. And here, watch this. So we haven't had edits before. Listen to this sound effect.
There it was.
It's still going on.
It's still going. I'm sorry.
Quiet. We need to restart it now. Editor, restart the sound effect, please. Restart it. Come on. Restart. That was
a
so
really
good.
sound effect, dude.
That's
I'm
so
blown
fucking
away.
sick, dude.
How much did we pay for this guy?
Dude, that was awesome. Oh,
my
man, more than
God.
more than you could
I
imagine.
really hope, I super hope that the editor doesn't put any sound effect and it's just silent.
Fucking put one in.
Don't put it
hey,
in.
We're paying
Don't
you.
put it
We're
in.
paying you good money. Put
Is
that
he
shit
gonna have to
in.
listen to
my
the whole
God.
thing?
Is
Is that how they? Is that how
hey,
it
that's
works?
what we're. I don't know how you fucking edit a podcast, dude. You think I know?
That's why we paid him an amount
We're-
more than $4.
How much work do you?
But not.
Yeah,
How
more
much
than
do you think I
six.
fucking work? How much do you realistically think that I do when I edit these episodes?
I know
every
what you
week?
do. You've told me before. You're like, I literally just line up the audio and fucking hit upload.
That's why every
Yeah,
episode
click
has
random
30 or
presets.
45 seconds at the end of just nothing.
No, I cut the end off. You just don't
Yeah,
listen to the
I've
end.
heard the end.
I've heard the end of 30 seconds of nothingness, which is like a good
That
bit.
is pretty good.
I'm calling that
I
your
have,
fault, actually.
I have to grab my laptop charger really fast. I'm gonna
Yeah, do
hop
what you
off.
got to do.
It's like-
But I wanted to
ahead.
raise a topic that I want to talk about when we come back, and it is adults who enjoy the products of the Walt Disney Corporation.
yeah.
Okay.
So you guys get started on
Cool,
that one. I'll
cool,
be right
cool.
back.
All right. Yeah. Let's talk. Let's cover all the bases before he gets back, and then when he gets back, we move on to a different topic.
Yeah, I want to
But
talk
yeah,
about
sorry,
Yakuza.
that's old news.
I want to talk about Yakuza
It's
so
just
bad,
fucking
bro.
sick. Dude, you need to get a PS4. Can we like if any fan wants to sell Sebastian their PS4 at a good price?
I am willing to
get
pay
in contact.
anything under $150.
Really?
Like realistically, yeah. I was like on Facebook Marketplace today, and everything's like 200, 225.
I think I saw one for 150 in my area. That
I
was
did see one for
shipping.
150 in my area, and I was thinking, I was like,
Dude, I will send you the Yakuza games if you just fucking buy it.
Yeah, it's like that's really all I need. Is just like I need that PS4.
Yeah, get the PS4, dude. Yeah, I'll hook you up.
Welcome back,
What did I
Will.
miss?
We're not talking about Disney adults.
fuck.
We're talking about is it Yakuza? Yakuza?
Oh, Yakuza.
It's Yakuza.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
we're
good.
talking about that.
I'm not in charge of how to pronounce Japanese.
I thought it was Yakuza because I'm
I think it's Yakuza.
a Yankee.
I think they also don't say it. I think they say Gokudo. But hey, what do I know? Anyway, we have some topics that we want to get into.
We can do Disney or we can do Yakuza. I mean, fuck it.
Someone sell me their PS4. Whoever has
Yeah,
a
that's what we
PS5
need
out
mainly.
there.
I have
I could look up on my timeline see who has a PS5. I'll DM you. Be like,
Yeah.
I'll buy your PS4. I'm trying to play
So, yeah,
some
some PS5.
Japanese RPG
Yeah.
games.
I kind of want to go play Yakuza now.
No, you bastards.
Yeah, fuck,
Dude,
yeah.
Dallas, I'm doing this. Like, I'm literally getting into Yakuza for the sole reason so that you can finish 6.
Yeah, I need to finish. I need to play 6 because the thing of it was I played so last year, like at the beginning of 2019, I played 0, and then the remake of 1, or remaster, I guess, and then the remaster of 2 that had just come out at that point. But then 3 wasn't remastered and was only available on the PS3. And I don't have a PS3, and it's not backwards compatible. So then I was like, well, I'm just fucked. Yeah, because I can get 4 and 5, and I can get everything other than 3 on the PS4. So
You
what do
gotta
I
play
do?
it in order. That's
Exactly, you gotta play it in order. Even though they like throw away the plot of 3 and 4, they just like ignore, like just almost none of the characters come back. Whatever. So I was like, oh shit, I need to play 3. So I just waited a full year until 3, 4, and 5 got released as one like remastered collection, and then I pre-ordered it, and it came out the week that the world like went to shit in March. So everyone was like, "Oh my god, everything's so bad. There's no toilet paper. We're all gonna die." And I was like, "I'm gonna tune this out." So then I played 3, 4, and 5 in like a week and a
Fantastic.
half.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Dude,
like
that's like
16 hours a day of Yakuza, dude. It was fucking sick.
that's like 300 hours. Like each
Probably
of those games are
something
like
like that,
100
yeah.
hours, bro.
It sounds like what
That's not
I did
true.
when I.
No?
No,
I know
they're
Zero
short.
is like
Zero's long.
over 100 hours.
It's more, maybe the longest actually.
That would make sense.
0 is really long. 1 and 2 are like an afternoon. If you like do all the stuff, it's maybe 16 to 20 hours. But other than that, it's like 8 hours for the campaign.
Baby game.
Yeah, 3 is pretty short. 4 a little longer, but 5 I think like because when you beat the game, they show you like this is how many people you beat up. This is how much money you made. This is how long you played. So for 1 and 2 and like all those, it's like, oh, you played like 16 hours and all that. But for 5, it was like, oh, you played like 75 hours of this game. So that's where the majority of the time went in. But yeah, so I played all of them, and I was like, okay, well, I bought 6. But now as an adult, I'll do that thing where you buy a game and you just don't play it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just gonna not open this case for 6 months. Like they had a spin-off to Yakuza that came out in the middle of last year called Judgment, and I bought it the day it came out, and I haven't put it in my PS4 yet.
Those
for
are
fucking some
the good
reason.
types of
That
games.
sounds like when
Do
I
you play
bought.
it in
I bought Dragon Age 11 on the Switch when it came out.
Good man.
And I was I'm pretty interested in this. Like, it's a JRPG, and I've never like played anything before, but a lot of people are saying it's like really good.
Yeah.
And I was like, I put in like probably 20 hours, and I was like, wow, the story hasn't started yet. And so I was like, I like Googled it. I was like, how many hours is Dragon Quest 11 on the Switch? Like, what's the gameplay like? And they're like, oh, like to beat the game, the easiest way is like 130 hours. Like to reach the final story mode is
fucking
130.
funny, dude.
And then they're like, if you put effort into like, if you have to grind, like you're looking at upwards of like 170, 200 hours to like truly get a good experience. And I was like, huh, well, I'm not going to do that.
maybe this is why Japan has such a low birth rate
Fertility or
nowadays.
whatever,
Dude,
yeah.
Is because all the video games that they're making
It's true,
are
yeah.
80, 90, 100 plus hours to finish it. Whereas American games, Call of Duty, the campaign was 3.5 hours.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought they didn't
think we
have
need to
campaigns
contact
anymore. I
Shinzo.
thought the whole game was just like the online version, and that's just. What
Oh,
they-
that's how it was like the past 2 games, but the new one that they just released, where you can make Ronald Reagan call you use they them pronouns. That's the one that just came
Funny,
out.
dude.
That one is like 4 hours of
of Ronald
CIA
Reagan saying,
espionage.
"Well, Sonny,
Well, they them.
well, they them's."
Well, them's.
Back when I was a famous actor,
He's not
I
alive
never
anymore, is he?
had gender neutral pronouns.
No, he died.
He
right?
did die,
Yeah.
thankfully.
We
And
killed
he
him.
is in hell.
AIDS killed him.
Saddam.
Saddam Hussein's dead, right?
No. No. Is he?
Really?
I don't know.
No, Saddam died in like the early 2000s.
Oh, I remember
Or
when.
is he dead like Tupac is dead?
I remember
Well,
when
Osama bin Laden died in like 09.
Osama bin Laden died of coronavirus in July of 2020.
It's true. He was the first case.
Well, he's still alive. Dude, he rocked. I like looking into
Dude, all the video games and movies he had
what was
pirated
on
onto his computer.
Yeah, yeah, a bunch. He really liked westerns. He had like a bunch of tutorials on like how to knit your own like iPhone sock
Awesome.
or iPod
Awesome, dude.
like holder or whatever. He was like kind of into JRPGs. Real big fan of westerns.
Didn't he have like Super Mario Galaxy or
overall
something
super
like the
chill guy.
original?
Yeah, I think he did because it was like kind of
It's
new
like
back
when they
then.
found
so chill
when they
guy.
found Saddam Hussein's like when they raided his compound after he died or whatever, and they found his like diaries, and he was like he very clearly had a crush on Condoleezza Rice, and
Yeah.
he like had like poems that he had written about her and shit. I see Seb googling this right now. I don't think he believes me, but
No, I
the movie?
don't know who that person is.
Condoleezza Rice was
Saddam Hussein.
She was the Secretary of State.
She's a politician.
While George Bush was president.
Yeah.
So every time she would visit, Saddam is like, I have to go to this meeting.
Yeah, dude. Or maybe it wasn't
the
Saddam. Maybe it was
Mujahideen?
it might have been Muammar Gaddafi. One of those two guys.
Makes sense. She's a beautiful woman. I must send the pic.
I think she's a
This
Who are
is
the
the one
professional
that
piano
Wikipedia.
player.
Oh, you sent something in the chat. Oh, nice. That's cool. Will, if you want to put a picture of your mom, just like in that group chat too.
Yeah, since we're sharing pics of beautiful
Yeah.
moms. I'm gonna look up Condoleezza Rice and
Naked.
Oh
butt.
yeah. Okay, so it wasn't Saddam Hussein. Sorry, it was Muammar
Oh
Gaddafi.
damn. Okay, still a classic guy.
cool guy, if you ask me.
He used to refer to her as his African princess.
Oh
Okay,
my
that's
god,
a
awesome.
little much. Omar.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's too far for you? Like Gaddafi
Yeah.
calling a black woman his African princess?
He
but
also
him-
he commissioned a song for her, titled "Black Flower in the White House."
Holy shit.
And yeah, dude,
He commissioned a song for her called "See You Again." It's later used.
Muammar
in the
Gaddafi
Fast and
rocks.
Furious series.
Muammar Gaddafi.
what are you saying? Condoleezza Rice is not a beautiful woman. No offense to the beautiful women out there listening, but
Kinda
you know
mean.
Condoleezza Rice. Except that she's
I wouldn't.
not.
I wouldn't.
No,
No, I said she is hot.
she's not.
She is literally hot, bro.
You are wrong.
All right. Next poll that we're gonna
Is
put
it
on
from
Twitter
Afghanistan,
is
hot or
Condoleezza
not?
Rice hot or
She's
not?
not, dude.
Dude, Seb, I don't think you put enough work into the post that you
She's
put on the Twitter
no-
yesterday.
What do you mean? You're just saying you won that post, by the way.
God damn it.
People
like
say that your
flex.
voice is sexy.
It's only because I don't have a Twitter following
Thank you.
anymore, so I can't direct my fans to.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly why. Yeah. No, yeah, because I told you to, I told you to post a guy in full fatigues having gay sex, and
I don't know what
And
you
this is
mean
what
by
you
that.
bring
Dude,
up.
You didn't send me a
a
reference.
military guy having gay sex.
Yo, I just found out that Gaddafi's a socialist. It's kind of based.
yeah, kind of chill, bro. What a cool guy. Who is he
Muammar
again?
Gaddafi. He was
Yeah.
he was a Middle East.
He's anti-Zionist based.
Middle.
Okay, so he's a cool guy.
Okay, Muammar Gaddafi,
where's the
unequivocally a
drawback?
cool guy. He had a crush on Condoleezza Rice. What did he do though? I'm blanking on.
Yeah, what?
Who was he?
I just remember, like, as a child,
Hearing about him.
people sticking.
He's
their, like-
Iranian, right?
well, like people like stick their fingers in like people's butts, like in the hallway, and go, "Oh, Gaddafi," because like that's how they killed Gaddafi when he got captured. They like stuck a knife up his butt.
What?
Yeah, that's like infamous. Did that not happen outside of New Jersey?
No, I grew up in a normal
No.
state where people didn't fucking What?
They would like stick their thumb in your butt in the middle of the hallway, be like, "Oh, you got Gaddafi'd."
People didn't do that. People up here just had slap ass Fridays in middle school where they would just slap girls' asses and be like, "Hey, it's Friday."
Muammar Gaddafi was an Arab nationalist who
Okay, so he's cool.
Okay, but whom among us?
he deported Libya. Like when he took control of Libya, he deported all the Italians and Jewish people, and also
Rad.
destroyed all the Western military bases. He was an Islamic.
So where is he from?
Islamic socialist.
He established a party within Libya, and the motto is freedom, socialism, and unity.
Yeah, I'm gonna say optics wise, Gaddafi seems like he's got some cool stuff going on. I'm not gonna read
he's
into
a friend
it
of the
at
pod.
all. Surface
I know,
level.
I'm
not gonna be
scared.
into it
Like,
either.
what
I
if
don't really
what if I become a fan of Gaddafi and then my dad's gonna be even more disappointed in me?
Who's the Mujahideen?
Mujahideen. They
Who's
were a militia that were. Oh my god, I'm gonna fuck this up. But basically,
Were they the CIA backed one that like Bin Laden
they were
was a part
CIA
of?
backed, and then they broke up and then became Al Qaeda and ISIS. But like we were very friendly with the Mujahideen.
Oh, the Mujahideen, yeah, dude. Haven't you ever seen Rambo 3?
90s.
The end of Rambo 3, where they're
Is
like,
that where that's
this film was
This is
dedicated,
dedicated
to the
to the
Mujahideen.
brave, the brave
Oh my god!
Mujahideen
Who
fighters.
were they fucking fighting? They were
The
fighting
Russians, the USSR.
They were fighting the Russians. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. So we basically supplied them with like money and guns, and then like 20 years later they became ISIS. Well, they split off and became Al Qaeda and ISIS.
Apparently, Muammar Gaddafi's favorite book was Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Based.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Flowers for Algernon, which would have been a much funnier answer.
Infinite jest.
They also said the CIA, the
He's a
CIA
big David
believed that he
Foster
suffered
Wallace
from
fan.
clinical depression.
Oh, he's just a
Oh,
little
sensitive king, dude.
He was neurodivergent.
He's just a small
Dude, he was
bean.
neurodivergent.
Muammar Gaddafi's just a
That's so
small
sick.
bean. He's just a small little.
A little soft boy. Dude, I need
Little
some
soft boy.
revisionist history cartoonists to come in and do some Gaddafi optics. I need someone to write like an upbeat Broadway musical about Muammar Gaddafi the same way that Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote that's bullshit about Alexander Hamilton or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
hold
fuck.
on.
Speaking
that.
of which,
One
I'm going to
th-
bring that baby up. You can stream Hamilton
shit.
for some reason
hold
on
on.
fucking Disney Plus. Because why? Why? Because Disney sucks. And because Hamilton sucks.
You're right.
I think
Yeah, you're
one
right.
of my favorite things about Hamilton is how it's such a cultural phenomenon in like 2015, 2016. So it made
Yeah.
sense why, Lin-Manuel Miranda was always on TV or like on these viral videos making rap songs about how Hillary Clinton is cool. My
Yeah.
thing with it is that why did I still see hold on, why am I now seeing a quarantine version of Hamilton? Hasn't had their time is done. Like
Didn't they make like an update to it though? Didn't they like patch it or something like that?
with
And like re-released it?
they re-released it? I know. I think they've just been
They've been milking
kinda
the
got
same
remastered.
thing.
through. Yeah, I think they've just been Lin-Manuel Miranda made like $1 billion within like the first year because Beyonce came and visited or something. And then after
Yeah.
that, he's like, "Yeah, I'm no longer starring in it." So then after that, they're like,
Oh, he was starring in it.
"He was starring it. He was Hamilton. How
He
fucking
wrote it for himself.
I thought he just
narcissistic
wrote
gotta
it.
be."
Wow,
He
what a
also,
fucking-
the first musical he wrote, he was the star of as well. And it's also a
I feel like
rap-based musical.
Wait, is Hamilton like? Is there like rap in it?
Oh, you don't
Are you for
know?
real? Have you have you just
No, I keep-
blocked
no, I keep-
Hamilton out so
Yeah,
well
for
that
years
you-
I've just told girls like, "Oh my god, thank you for sending me the soundtrack. I'll listen to it." And then my trick is that I don't
Okay,
listen to it.
well, Dallas, yeah, Hamilton is, I would say, about 95% rap, written by a
I
white
don't believe
Dominican
you.
guy or whatever, a white
I
Puerto Rican
think it's
guy.
Puerto
He's
Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Well, you back off white Puerto Rican guys, all right? You're picking a fight you can't win here.
But I'm telling you, with 100% honesty, that that Hamilton is a rap musical.
Yeah.
Dude, no part of me is really to believe that, dude.
If
Dude, neolibs hate rap too much for that.
no. Neolibs love raps when it's slow, and it's like rhythmic. They don't like
people who make rap.
Yeah, they don't like black people.
Yeah. Correct.
That's why Lin did so
when-
well, because he's Puerto Rican and he also is very, very
Right,
light-skinned.
he's not black. He's Hispanic and very light skinned. So all these white libs.
You lay off white passing Spanish people, all right?
Yes. So Lin was basically a bridge between the white libs and the black libs, and was like, "Listen,
It's true.
I'm both of you." As a Hispanic,
Exactly.
Puerto Rican,
As a Puerto Rican man, yeah.
I am black and white. And so
I want to bridge two communities like that.
Yeah, you can. You are white Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So you're almost.
But
True.
like I said, that
And I'm
is
white,
not
Salvadoran,
that's
so.
not Lin-Manuel Miranda's first rap musical that he stars in.
What was?
That shit's so funny.
His first was
What was the other
In
one?
the
What was the
Heights.
first one?
Was that what it flopped?
What is it about?
No, dude, it has Tonys.
Are you for real?
Yes.
How am I just hearing about Lin-Manuel?
And the whole reason he got the ammunition to make Hamilton was because of how well In the Heights did. Like, because he was like, "Oh, I made a fucking rap musical. I'm gonna make another one, but what do I write it about?" And then he's like, and then his dad,
Who owns slaves?
his dad goes to him and is like, "Hey, I need you to make something politically themed so that I can use your fame to boost my optics." Because I'll get into why I think Lin-Manuel Miranda is a CIA plant. But then Lin-Manuel Miranda is like, "Oh, I'll write about Alexander Hamilton, the guy who never did anything wrong, and I'm not going to research it." And then he made Hamilton.
Dallas, if I was a female friend of yours,
Yeah.
and I was, trying to become more intimate with you, and I went,
Yeah.
"Hey, it's
Sopranos, if that's where you're going.
2015." No, I don't even know what The Sopranos is. I don't even know the only.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
The
Yeah.
only Italian content I know is from my nana, once a month.
So you're Italian.
I am Italian. I'm an Italian white woman of color.
You're in. You're in.
In 2015.
Yeah, no, you're in.
And I go,
Yeah.
"Hey,
I'll do whatever you want. Yeah.
here's this song. It's from this musical Hamilton. Beyonce went and saw it. Isn't that crazy?"
This is my favorite thing on the soundtrack.
But
I've had it in my regular playlist for years.
but if I go, "It's a rap musical," would you have listened to that song if I said that?
I already listened to it. Like I said, it's my favorite thing on the soundtrack. I've heard the soundtrack. I'm a fan.
You're trying to fuck me, Dallas.
I'm a big fan.
I'm trying to become emotional, intimate.
Name one track.
You said you're Italian.
Name one track, Dallas.
Hamilton reprise.
God. Yeah, I think he's right.
Is that real? I'm not looking
Can,
it up.
can we check? Can we check? Can we check? Hold on.
I think it
check
might
the
be-
Hamilton soundtrack.
Yeah, probably. There's at least like three.
Hamilton.
There's at least three tracks
probably
where he
listened
talks
to,
about how he's good at rapping. Like him,
I
Alexander
probably listened
Hamilton.
to the opening track maybe like 10 or 15 times in the past 5 years. I mean, come on, that's a once every 6 months. Sometimes it'll pop on my feed, whatever.
There's one that's called Alexander
That's
Hamilton.
pretty close,
so
yeah.
I was close.
I do have a
We'll give
confession.
it to
It's
you.
that when Hamilton came out, I was a fan, but I quickly grew up and trailed all the way fully back around to Hamilton was created by the CIA.
Can you explain
true.
that?
Yes, I will. So
Because I'm lost. I never heard of that.
So, here we go.
He has a PowerPoint presentation.
No, I have to Google my
Wait, while you're doing that, have either of you two heard that Justin Trudeau's real dad is Fidel Castro?
No, but I believe it now, just from you saying it.
It's when Fidel Castro died, whenever that was, Justin Trudeau was like crying, like incredibly like dramatically.
Yeah.
And so
And he was
his
saying, "Oh
mom.
no, my dad's dead."
And so, yeah, basically. And so
It's a
here
quote from
are
Justin
the
Trudeau,
facts
yeah.
to consider. One, I found out that Justin's dad, Pierre Trudeau, was the Prime Minister of Canada
His name's
during
not
his
Pierre.
time. His name's Pierre.
It's no way. That's a stupid name.
So Pierre Trudeau was also like a semi-commie and was very friendly with Fidel. And so they would go to Cuba on family vacations all the time. That's fact number one.
Sick.
Fact number two, Pierre and his wife, I don't remember her name because I'm a misogynist, they were known swingers. So they would have parties where they would, wife swap. If you're picking up my gist.
Okay. What do you mean picking up your gist? The gist is wife swapping.
The gist is wife swapping, and then like
there's no implication there. You're saying what the implications.
And so basically, the third fact is that there have been, I don't want to say like documents, but like word of mouth that there have been like threesomes and like orgies where Fidel and Pierre and Justin Trudeau's mom were there. Like they were all like at the same party. And basically that's all the information that I was given where I went, I'm already convinced.
I'm convinced now too. Yeah.
And then even more, when Justin Trudeau was born, 9 months prior, his mom went to Cuba by herself to hang out with Fidel.
Yep. No, I believe it. So I believe it now.
It's pretty conclusive. Yeah. No,
I do have a pic of like young Fidel Castro, and I will send it to you in a group chat because it's just like uncanny how like similar their noses are and like their eyebrows and like everything that you would get if he was your real dad. But here's the kicker:
if you look at Fidel wearing blackface and then Justin wearing blackface, it's a 1-to-1.
So here's the kicker: we will never find out who Justin's real father is, because there's no DNA evidence of Fidel on record or of Pierre.
Is that true?
That is true. Like they just
they did it on purpose then. They both wiped their DNA from the public record. There's no way that they didn't.
It's like how are you going to get DNA from a dead person? Like they just don't have like a vial of blood of Fidel Castro.
No.
Or a vial blood of Pierre Trudeau, the ex-Prime Minister of Canada.
Okay.
So it's just like, hold on, I'm going to send this to you guys while we'll go.
So here's my thing. My lin-manuel Miranda is planned by the CIA. First of all, lin-manuel Miranda, despite being a Puerto Rican American, was born in New York, right? He was born in New York to Puerto Rican parents. His father, Luis Miranda Jr., was a hold up.
You like that pic, Dallas?
Yeah, it's hot, dude.
So Luis Miranda Jr. is a lobbyist
side by side,
who lives in New York City. He is the founding partner of the MRAM Group, which is a government lobbying firm. Okay, first of all, so there's trick number one, is that Lin-Manuel Miranda's father is a lobbyist and has been for most of his life, right? Okay, so Lin-Manuel Miranda is Puerto Rican American, okay? After the success of Hamilton, he and his father lobbied for this bill that was supposed to do economic relief to Puerto Rico. It was called the Puerto Rico Oversight Management and Economic Stability Act. And it's very public, right?
Okay.
You can look it up. The whole thing, Lin-Manuel Miranda's like, we got to get this passed because I love Puerto Rico, and we got to help him out, right? So it got passed in 2016. Since then, the Puerto Rican electrical industry was privatized. 200 Puerto Rican schools were shut down. The University of Puerto Rico underwent massive cuts, and the government also implemented limiting sick days, limiting overtime pay, and limiting holiday bonuses, all as a direct result of this act that Lin-Manuel Miranda essentially helped get passed.
Good work,
So, I'm not even making this up. You can literally look this up. There's tons of articles about it. So, what I fully believe, I do not think that this is fake, and anyone who's listening to this podcast can text me, and I will explain it to you in further detail. Someone in the United States government saw that Luis Miranda Jr., famous New York lobbyist and supporter of Puerto Rico, was the father of a famous son, and they used their son's famous musical about how great liberalism is to push huge measures to the island of Puerto Rico that essentially fucked them over and ruined their electricity and education industries under the guise of helping them.
I believe you.
Wait, so what? Lin-Manuel Miranda will go on TV and he's like, as a Puerto Rican, we need this bill because
it will help Puerto Rico because of how bad Hurricane Maria was and how, he's like that the United States doesn't care about Puerto Rico, but this bill will help them. And then once that bill got passed, they're like, oh, well, we're taking away all the money from Puerto Rico.
Jesus Christ.
So I believe that Lin-Manuel Miranda was paid by someone in the federal government to go on TV and to go like shill for this fucking bill so that they could cut shit in Puerto Rico.
I'm convinced.
Me too.
Maybe we'll talk about Disney adults next week because Lin-Manuel Miranda is the epitome of Disney adults.
That's right too. I mean, yeah.
You guys want to finish this off?
Let's finish this off.
We're
at 55.
Yeah,
sorry. I checked out. I'm watching high school fight videos.
Do that hug
right
at the end?
What state?
Which one? Let me check.
Or is it a compilation of multiple states?
This one isn't a compilation. This one is. I just clicked on a new one. They fight. School vlog. Big fight in school. And I'm not seeing any information. Let me see if I can hear what accent they have, and that'll tell me.
Reverse engineer it. Put it into the mic.
Okay, outfit of the day. So we got.
I don't know if you can hear this.
It's good.
Beats from F, and then always smells reminiscent.
South
I'm
Carolina.
gonna say, are they white or?
Yes, you got some Adidas again.
I'm gonna say Georgia or Florida.
That's southern. That's
southern.
That's Eastern
it's not Texas.
Southern. That's not Texas Southern.
No.
That's
It's not Texas. No, it's maybe Louisiana.
That's like Atlanta.
I'm saying South
You're gonna say South
Carolina.
Carolina?
I'm gonna.
Atlanta. Yeah.
I'm only recognizing accents via different types of rap styles. So it's either New York,
which you're familiar with,
Atlanta, or Chicago. Those are the only three.
I'm checking his
types of
Instagram
rap
right
that
now.
Statistically, it's
identifying
Atlanta.
that as Atlanta.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Okay, this guy doesn't say where he's from. Is there location tags on any of these?
Maybe you should DM them. It's not the first time we've DM'd someone.
We do DM a lot of people. Maybe we should stop doing that. No, we're not going to stop doing that. But I keep messaging people like, "Hey, I want to advertise your product," just as a joke. That we're talking about, like Red Hydrant, the juice thing, the official beverage of battle rap and hip hop. I messaged the guy. I was like, "Hey, well, I'm gonna." I didn't say I'd like to advertise with you. I said I'm going to advertise your product on my podcast.
Did you get a response back?
Yes, he immediately said, "That's perfect." Here, he added me as a friend on his personal Facebook because I messaged the business page, and he said, "Perfect, that's great. Here's my personal phone number. Give me a call." So I was like, I'm not going to.
Wait, so we got a deal? We got a sponsored deal and you just let it go?
I don't think it's a sponsored deal. Will, you're fucking muted, dude.
Will, you're muted.
You're muted, guy.
You went rogue for a second there.
You went rogue, and then we can't hear you. He's saying a lot of shit.
Will,
we can't hear him.
Unless you can't hear us, we can't hear you. Man, I hope his mic is still recording.
Will, you really fucked this. If not, then I guess it's the same thing that happened to you last week, where it's like, yeah, you're done, kid.
Yeah, this is
okay. I'm gonna message Will. I'm gonna message Will.
Unless he can't see us.
Just end the recording.
Oh God,
Oh, it's gonna suck, dude. That's gonna be horrible.
That'll be good in the final. We'll fix it in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Post. Editor, put an old timey car horn sound effect to bring us out. Ready? Goodbye, everyone.
Wait, we have an editor now.
Yeah, editor, put it in.
Wait, I don't have to do that. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, it's his work.
Well, no,
I'm still recording. Yeah.
I'm still recording. Yeah. editor, put an old timey car horn that goes wee wee, and all right. Goodbye, everyone. This was your weekly Frank Stand. Bye.